to update it.
What a perfect gospel for today. Jesus uses many parables throughout his life, but this one speaks volumes to our time in Rosebud and my ministry here at FLC. Through the years, I have told many adult leaders that we are all just planting seeds within our youth. We never have any idea what is going to happen to that seed. There is beauty and fear in knowing this. Beauty in having shared our faith with someone else, and fear that reminds us we are not in control. Fear in that we haven't done enough. The wouldas, couldas, shouldas. We've all been there. But one of the joys of youth ministry is that youth are brutally honest. So can I be honest with you for a moment? The faith experience is the seed within ourselves. The soil we planted in is our choice if we are going to foster and nurture that seed, or if we will let it decay and rot. And youth have been each of these depicted soils that Jesus speaks of. The youth who went through our programming and chose not to water their seed. The youth who had a wonderful junior high gathering experience and a week later returned to their old life. Or the youth who hears the word and believes that their thoughts and actions are in the name of Jesus, when it really feels like it's against everything that he speaks for. And finally, the youth that has worked hard to maintain that relationship with Christ, no matter what hardships may get in their way. And if I'm honest with you, I have been each of these four soils too. Sometimes I have felt so energized by the Spirit that I cannot wait to share the good news. And other times I have struggled to take in the love and compassion that has been freely given to me with no strings. Parables are not used to discourage us, though. They are used to encourage us, to teach, preach, and lead others. One characteristic of Jesus that we fail to mention is his ability to be persistent. Where there was a will, there was a way. And there was nothing that was going to stop him from sharing the good news and letting everyone around him know where he stood with his Father. So when I am asked if I am worried about the next generation of youth, I say no. Worried? No. Persistent? Yes. Let's be real. Every generation has worried about the next generation. Your grandparents were deeply concerned for your parents, and your parents lost years of their life raising you. Do not be worried. Be persistent. Continue to plant your seed even when no one appears to be looking. Continue to plant your seed even when you are not at your strongest. And continue to plant your seed in the youth who may have it all together. And be gracious with yourself and with others. I came into youth ministry looking to be as special and spectacular as my youth minister was for me. And what I came away with was an understanding that no matter how super amazing you are, your seed cannot yield an entire field. The work that our staff does here at FLC cannot yield an entire field. Collectively, as a congregation, we need to consistently plant our seeds in those around us. We must not be discouraged when it doesn't sprout or look quite the way that we had envisioned it. We are all developing, and everyone is always in process. During the last week of June, 11 youth, Dave Winterfeld and I went to Mission, South Dakota to serve in the community of the Rosebud Reservation. We had meetings ahead of time as a group to talk about the reservation, to learn what it meant to be in community, and to speak about having privilege. And these youth got it. In a few moments, Dave, Caitlin, and Kaylee are going to share their stories. And what we encouraged the youth to do when we arrived there was to approach everything with an open heart and to listen. To listen to the ways that Christ is already moving in and through the community, and to listen to the ways that Christ is moving in and through you. Do not be worried, be persistent. This week was filled with Christ sowing on good soil. Youth heard the word and they understood it. These youth will produce crops yielding 100, 60, or 30 times what was sown.